when Californians were looking at possibly legalizing marijuana for adult use. There was a big campaign, there was a ballot initiative. You ended up testifying in Sacramento in front of lawmakers. And there was a representative of law enforcement there who was essentially predicting that legalization would bring more crime. There would be more illegal growing on public lands, national forests, which is certainly a real issue. And your response was to compare it to the wine industry and asking, where is all the illegal grape cultivation going on? And you also made the point that the wine industry doesn't use guns, it uses advertising. Just tell me a little bit more about the point you were trying to get across.
When our current lobbyists for law enforcement approach this issue, it tends to be very much hellfire and damnation. But we can look to our own prohibition in the 30s and how we came out of that to see what it's going to look like for us now. You don't see the grape growers taking out machine guns and defending their land in these national forests, because they have the ability to be regulated, purchase land, have inspectors come in, make sure that they're doing what they say that they're doing, and having a full distribution that is also, by the way, regulated, to an end unit that IDs before sale. And what we're talking about is simply bringing cannabis, something that heretofore has been prohibited, into a legal market. We're taking the profits out of the hands of violent drug cartels, of just violent gangs in general. We're saying, no, you can't have the profits of this particular drug anymore. We're going to take those profits away from you, put it in the hands of someone that is regulated, that does ID, that does not sell it to your children. And we're going to make sure that that guy follows our rules. Our rules as a community, when you can be open, who you can sell to, when you can sell it, how you can advertise it, how you cannot advertise it. And let's be honest, the gateway has been the prohibition of marijuana. It's been going to that guy behind the convenience store that will not only sell you the pot, but will sell you many other things that is really the introduction to these harder drugs.
But in practical, right, and in practical terms, when you look at the lifting of prohibition, the ending of prohibition of alcohol, as you point out, it requires regulating. It still requires going after illegal bootleggers or illegal traffickers. And so this point has been raised, and I think some people, at least in California, think of legalization as a sort of free-for-all. Anyone can do whatever they want. Realistically, there would still be law enforcement. They would still have to go after the black market. And there has to be some sort of equilibrium, because if the prices of legal marijuana are too high, you're going to have a persisting black market. So it's not so simple, is my point.
The free-for-all, to be honest, is right now. We have a free-for-all because when you have prohibition, all you can do is say no. And then you have no ability to say when, how, to whom. And let's just think back, I mean, business-wise. Where did Jim Beam and Jack Daniels and the Kennedy family come from? They came from prohibition. And they were there when the laws changed, and they were first to take advantage of it. This is how they made their millions, and this is how many other people are going to make their millions when prohibition of marijuana is finally ended.